What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I figured I'd show you guys how to power level from 70 to 80 as quickly as possible. As you can see, I'm on my gorgeous Tauresis, and so me, you, and Tauresis here are going to be taking a magical frozen adventure around Northrend, getting from 70 to 80 as quickly as we can, which is going to be, by the way, 2 to 3 hours, give or take, of course. Now let's talk about the constraints that we have going on in this video. First thing is I'm going to be assisted by another player for pretty much the entire duration of the video. If you guys do want to see like a solo questing guide version, go ahead and let me know and maybe we can do that. By the way, first place we're going to be going is the Nexus. Also, I have that little bit of a rested experience, and so that does make a little bit of a difference, but I did account for that in kind of saying how long this whole thing would take. By the way, I also have full heirloom gear besides rings. I do not have rings, and I do not use the 300% experience potion, and so that's pretty much what we're looking at, and that's how long it pretty much took me. It took me about like 2.5 hours, and so I could cut it down a lot more because I made a couple of mistakes, and I'll talk about those probably throughout the video. So go into Nexus, pick up the quests, and pretty much run through the whole instance. Now, the way that this kind of works, and we're going to be doing the pretty much whole video, is we're going to be going from different instances, and we're going to be going to the most efficient ones and clearing them all the way. At some point in the game recently, they added in a completion credit, and so whenever you complete a dungeon, you get a huge amount of experience just for completing all of the objectives, as you guys saw that I just did there, which is usually killing the last boss. And so this makes actually like doing dungeons all the way through very, very efficient. And so you want to be doing Nexus until you get to level 71, which should be probably about 2 to 3 runs. It doesn't really take that long to do. After you get to 71, we'll get 100%. I actually got to a Jul Narub, which is the next place, flying over there, getting exploration experience. Like, that's how close I was. And so the next place, as I said, that you want to go is a Jul Narub, and the first, obviously, you can go to either one, like a Jul Narub or Ancanet, but you want to do each one at least once, and I do recommend doing Ancanet after you've done a Jul Narub. And the reason for that is the Jul Narub is very, very quick, but also, of course, you're going to be doing all 3 of these quests, and whenever you put the experience together for all 3 of the quests, it's about as much as you'd get from the completion credit for actually completing a dungeon, and so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 thing. We don't really do, we call it Utgard Keep or Utgard Pinnacle, but, you know, just because they're really out of the way. But if you do find yourself in Howling Fjord, those probably would still be worth it, even though they are kind of a bit of an annoying run back. And so there's one run of Jul Narub, and we just went straight over to Ancanet because if you guys didn't know, you're only able to do 10 instances per hour, and so that means that if you're doing like 3-minute runs, you're going to run out of instances you can do in 30 minutes. And so Ancanet takes a little bit longer, but it gives a little bit more experience. And so, you know, we decided that it would be more efficient to just run Ancanet and get to 72. Now, you actually pretty much want to do this until 73, but 72 is just fine. 73 is where you're going to be able to zone into Gundrak, and Gundrak is where you're going to be doing your runs all the way until 75. And so you can wait here until 73, or you can do Draktheron Keep, but you do want to make sure you do Draktheron Keep at least once, and the reason for that is, again, to do the quests there. By the way, shout out to my boy Nasty Nelber, who helped me do all this leveling stuff. I think he helped me with the 60 guide as well, and so thank you, man. This has helped me a lot, and it saves a whole lot of time, and hopefully it's saving you guys a whole lot of time, you know, watching these guides as well. And so make sure whenever you do get into Draktheron Keep, go ahead and pick up all 3 of these quests, which are going to give you another, like, probably 50,000 experience. Real easy. And after that, you pretty much just want to do this once, in my opinion. The RP event for the second boss really kind of takes a long time, and it's just pretty annoying, and so I wouldn't really recommend doing it over and over and over, even though we did. And so, but that was because we didn't know you had to be 73 to get into Gundrak, and so we ended up doing Draktheron Keep, I think like 2 or 3 times. But by the way, whenever you do the quest, I want to say something right now, is the Cleansing Draktheron, use the little Dracu's elixir or whatever right there at that brazier. I remember fucking that up whenever I was like, you know, like 18 or whatever, whenever this thing came out. And so make sure you're not like me. Make sure that you actually know where to use that thing. Anyway, so after you get to 73, this is going to allow you to enter Gundrak. Now, you pretty much just want to run Gundrak over and over and over. It's very, it's like a circular instance, and also the end of the instance is pretty much right there after you kill the last boss. So it's very, very efficient to do, and the quests that you get, I think you have to be either 74 or 75 to get them, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to be doing them, you're going to be here until 75 anyway. And so anyway, just run this over and over and over, and it's pretty quick. I think this is like my first run. No, it might not be. I honestly don't even remember. We did this like a million times. So anyway, go ahead and just pretty much run this, as I said before, over and over and over. And Yeah, I'm just like, honestly, guys, I'm pretty happy about how this turned out. Like, I thought this was going to take me way longer than it did, and so I'm just glad that Tyrese's here, who, oh, by the way, I want to say something right now. After you get to 75, you want to go ahead and you want to go right here to the Amphitheater of Anguish, which is in Zuldrak, and complete these this set of quests. It's like the Ring of Blood, and it just saves you so much time, and you just want to do it because, again, it just saves a lot of time. After you get to 75, you know, and see, we went here at 74. You can't pick up the quest of Halls of Stone here until you get to 75, and 75 also allows you to queue into to enter Halls of Lightning, and so that's going to be the next dungeon that we're going to spam until 77. Just kind of so you guys get a parameters for what's happening here. So you want to wait until you get to 75 to complete Halls of Lightning as a super annoying, like I don't know, it's like a gauntlet thing where you have to like fight off these mobs. I hate it so much, and it takes so long. And so make sure that, you know, if you're actually doing this, you know, do not do Halls of Stone over and over and over. It's just an exercise and just real annoyance. And so I am 75 now, and I am able to turn in the quests. And so after you get to 75, make sure you do Halls of Stone once to do the quests, and then move over to Halls of Lightning. But yeah, I'm really glad to have this done. Like, I've actually been enjoying my monk a lot, and people have been asking me, by the way, like, why my monk looks the way he does. I tried to make him, I just want to let you guys know this, tried to make him like the, I guess like the white version of Black Gallagher, if you guys know what that is. And so I was really glad at the way it turned out, especially with the, you know, with the mustache there. That's probably my favorite part of the whole look. And actually the hair is pretty good too. Probably might be the way that I might be going in about 30 years, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so after you complete all the quests in Halls of Stone, go ahead and fly over right next door to Halls of Stone is Halls of Lightning. And I figured since this is just a short little thing, I'll show you guys where it is, just so you guys don't have any confusions, I suppose. And so it's right over there. And as soon as you are able to, you have to enter the dungeon at 75. You can't be under 75 to enter the dungeon. And Halls of Lightning is very, very efficient. And the reason for that is it again creates a circle around the dungeon, so you don't have to run all the way back. And also, besides that, you know, there are a lot of mobs that you can kill, and so you have something like a Moonkin or something leveling you. It's very, very quick. And so here I am, and I think that you have to be 77 in order to actually complete the quest here. And so after you get 77, do this one more time just to make sure you get the quest done. And after that, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be moving over to Blackrock Caverns, and we were actually going to be doing this until 80, but then we figured that Blackrock Caverns would probably be a little bit more efficient, and it ended up being more efficient because you have one bonus objective that you can do in Blackrock Caverns that's going to kind of, I guess, like make it a little bit more efficient, in my opinion, in Halls of Lightning. And here's where it is. It's in Blackrock Mountain. You'll never guess that. And so there it is. You just go inside Blackrock Mountain, and it's going to show you on the map where it is. I figured I wouldn't really kind of go through the whole thing. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do any quests in here because the quests become available at level 80, but that kind of sucks. But the good thing is you do have that bonus objective of killing Beauty, which is right there, right next to you. And so this is a huge time saver, and as you guys can see, this is one run, and so just from killing her, you get another, like, what's it, like almost 20,000 experience, and so that definitely makes up the gap for any mobs that you would be killing in Halls of Lightning that you're not, since you're doing this one. And also, the dungeon is fairly linear, and I'm going to show you guys a quick way to go back and in the dungeon after this, because not a lot of people know that. Also, you want to kill these mobs, quick little things. You want to kill these mobs before Raz kills them, and you can get experience for them. But not everything else does give you experience in this dungeon. Like the big, like, Draconoid guys, some of them, if you kill them before Raz, they won't. Right here, after you kill the last boss, you can turn around and you go right into this portal, and this portal is going to take you directly to the beginning of the instance. And so you just want to run this from 77, look at those little legs, you want to run this from 77 to 80, and then that's pretty much all it takes, guys. Honestly, it's very, very quick, and it took me, again, about 2 to 3 hours. And so, I mean, honestly, I would say this is probably the most efficient way of doing it. If I level again from 70 to 80, I would probably just do quests, because I know all the quests in Northrend, and so that's probably going to be a little bit faster for me. But if you're not really used to that stuff, and you've got a friend who can level you, see, look at that. Tyrese's, the Trap House Jesus, is now level 80. Isn't that wonderful? And so now, I finished. This is it, guys. I just thought, this is it. Like, this is the last leveling guide. Like, I got 1 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 85 to 90, yeah, was it 80 to 85, 85 to 90, and of course we do have 90 to 100. And so, man, it's like an accomplishment finishing up all these leveling guides as well. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed all of my leveling guides. And again, if you do want to see solo versions of any of them, go ahead and let me know. And besides the 1 to 61, we're not doing that. But the other ones, we can go ahead and do a solo guide for those if you guys do so please to see that. So anyway, guys, that's honestly pretty much all I got. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you. And thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.